Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're gonna play with some new makeup, but before we jump into it, I've been missing for like 2 weeks or so. If you haven't seen my YouTube story or my Instagram story, I had a situation with my skin going on. I had some form of dermatitis, and it was a really bad like facial dermatitis, so I had to get that treated by the doctor, and I still have remaining scars from it. So for now on, I will be starting my videos, well, for the foreseeable future, with foundation on until I get that sorted. I mean, the issue is gone, the dermatitis is gone, but it's left a little bit of scarring that I just don't want to be on camera with. And I was saying this to my partner the other day, that it's not you guys that I'm scared to show my skin to, but it's the people that come across my videos months and months down the line. I just seem to be getting attacked on my old videos about my skin. So it's nothing to do with you guys, but I just don't feel like seeing those comments a couple weeks from now, you know? So yeah. But anyways, I got this package from Kaleidos recently. They released their spring collection. How gorgeous is this box? I honestly don't know where I'm gonna display it because every single display section in my room is like full. Kaleidos always kill it with their designs. If you can hear any wind, it is extremely windy outside today, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so this is the box. You can buy this, I believe, with the collection, or you can buy it individually. And then when you open it up, you get a mirror on the inside and a coloring book. If you guys can see, it's empty, so it's more of like a sketchbook type of thing. But what we're here for is the makeup honey. So they released two, look how gorgeous this is. This is one of the drawers. 2 lip collections which have 4 liquid lipsticks in it. I believe they've called it a clay lip. So they come in these beautifully designed tins. Like, Kaleidos design team should just be given a raise because how stunning is that? And then inside you get the 4 liquid clays. What do they call them? Cloud Lab Lip Clay, that's what they call them. So yeah, you get these 4 in here, which are more of your bright out there colors. There's like a dark blue in here, a red, a pink, and like a brown. And then in the other tin, which is pink, how stunning. This one has all of the nudes in there. I'm gonna try and swatch all of them on my lips today for you guys. And this is what this one looks like on the inside. So it has all of these nudes. They're all kind of brown peachy tone nudes, which I absolutely love. But yeah, so those are the lip products. And then in the second drawer, they have the eyeshadow palette and a lip mask in here, so like a lip balm type of thing. But I'm going to show you guys the eyeshadow palette. So this is the packaging for the eyeshadow palette, and then it opens like this. Wait, how stunning is this design? So it has like a mirror, but it's covered in floral print and flowers as well. Really nice design. This is the back. So how you open this palette, I've seen them do a video where you can slide it, oh, focus. So you can slide the palette up and it's like this, or you can slide it half like that. Basically, this is magnetic and you can take this off completely if you want to, but it does stick nicely onto here if you want to have the palette like that. It does also have a mirror on the inside. So yeah, really unique packaging. So it has a couple of pastels in there, really nice glittery type of shimmers. Really love these tones over here with this khaki and the mustard yellows. Really nice springtime palette. So yeah, we're going to create a look with this today. So I'm going to take my P. Louise eyeshadow base and just prime the eyelids. I really want to play with the khaki and the yellows rather than the pastels today. As soon as I saw this palette, that's the colours that I was drawn to. So I might do an Instagram tutorial using the pastel shades if you want to see that. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. So I think I'm going to play with these 4 shades over here. I'm going to start with the khaki, blend it out with this kind of neon lime green, put this all over the lid, and then maybe the yellow on the inner corner. But yeah, I definitely think that Kaleidos is such a slept on brand when it comes to quality, like quality of their eyeshadows, but also quality of their packaging. And like as a brand, they really have a unique vision and like a unique stand in the makeup world. I don't feel like there's any other brand like them. The shade is applying and blending on beautifully. So I'm literally just blending that through the crease, not being precise at all. You know me with my blending, never looked quite right until the end. Then like I said, I'm going to go in with chlorophyll, which is this neon green, on the same brush, and this one's going to get dusted right up by the brow bone. I'm hoping this will give it like a nice yellowy toxic tone, toxic green, you know. very pigmented for such a light kind of neon shade. It's showing up really well. One thing about the design of the palette, just from me using it, I do wish that the mirror could stick this way, if that makes sense, because then you can use the palette like this and, you know, see what you're doing and hold the palette like this. But because the palette sticks this way, it's not, obviously you can't get to the mirror while you're holding it like this. So I don't know, that's a bit, but of course the fact that you can detach it does help. You could even imagine this shade blended all on the inner corner. That would look gorgeous. I love neon greens on the inner corner as that bright pop. Okay, going back to the dark green, just gonna re-intensify that and blend it into the neon. That's so bizarre. There is a slight shimmer with that lime neon green. Like I can see a little bit of glow up here. It looks completely matte in the pan, but it does have a slight shimmer to it. Maybe that's to help it with pigmentation and stuff, because you know certain shades aren't super easy to make, especially neon greens. But yeah, they've applied and blended into each other so well. I always say beautifully, so I try to avoid saying it so I don't say it too much, but beautifully. Let me zoom you in a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see what I mean about that slight metallic finish of the green in the crease. I mean, it's not bad, it's just something I wasn't expecting. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the NYX glitter glue to prime my eyelid, just to help the micro glitters in the shimmer stick and like sparkle a bit more. So this color looks like an absolutely beautiful lime lime greeny gold. How stunning is that? I might just use my finger and see. Whoo, wow, that is stunning. So reflective and sparkly and metallic, really nice. Just gonna dab it on with my finger, but because of my nails I can't get like properly in there, so I'm gonna take a brush and properly get in this corner here, but not onto the inner corner because I want to take that matte mustard shade. I'm just dabbing over the edges so it's not like a sharp cut crease line. I just want it to be diffused into that dark green nicely. Going back into the dark green, I'm just gonna blend the edges so it melts into the shimmer nicely. This dark green is the darkest shade in the palette as well. So I mean, if you were to use the other colors in here, if you wanted any darkness in your look, you would have to use the green, but that's fine because it is a spring palette at the end of the day. So there's only so much darkness you can expect. I did want to go in with the mustard yellow on the inner corner, but now that I'm looking at this look, it might be nice to take that lime green that I put in the crease and just pop it on the inner corner. So what I'm gonna do is take the brush that I had my eyeshadow primer on, no extra product, and just use whatever's on the brush and just dab over that area to prime for the shade. Just gonna dab this all over. There's something about a matte bright inner corner I just absolutely love. I'll probably have to touch this up again after I've done my concealer anyway, but absolutely love that color on the inner corner, like I knew I would. So yeah, that is the eye look, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and complete the rest of my face. I'm gonna do it with you guys on camera because I know I've been missing in action for a few weeks, so I'm gonna give you like a full face tutorial. So I picked up these concealers from Colourpop a while ago, but I still haven't used them. It's the No Filter concealer. I tried their Pretty Fresh concealer, which is pretty fresh. It's a little bit like medium, light to medium coverage, not really my style. When I put concealer underneath my eyes, I really want a bright and lifted type of look. When did my camera stop recording? When did that happen? You know what, guys, it just wasn't meant to be. You guys weren't meant to see me do my face makeup today because my memory card was full and it stopped recording and I didn't realize. But yeah, basically I used the Colourpop concealers underneath my eyes. Wow, this wind outside, I really hope you guys can't hear it because it's loud. But yeah, I used the Colourpop concealers underneath my eyes, and then I went in with the Patrick Ta new cream and powder contour palette. So this is She's Chiseled, and I was basically saying that they only came out with 3 shades and the medium shade was too light, but then I feel like the dark shade is a little bit too dark. But the cream has applied beautifully, as you guys can see. It's definitely worked for my skin tone. It almost blends itself out. I wish you guys would have seen me applying it, but as you tap it on, It's not like my Huda Beauty Tan Tour where when you tap that on you can see the line. This was almost tapping on like it was already blended, like a diffused type of look. I'm gonna apply a little bit more so you guys can see what I mean. So as I'm dabbing it on, you can't see any product like stamping straight onto the face, but the color is there, so it almost applies like it's blended already, if that makes any sense. It's just like super sheer, I think that's the word. It's a really sheer powder, so it almost adds sheer cream, so it almost adds like a tint to the skin rather than a harsh cream contour. So yeah, it does work for my skin tone. I do really like the formula, and yeah, we're gonna try the powder after I've set my face. I'm sure this concealer is probably gonna be super hard to blend because I've had it on for about 5 minutes now. But yeah, basically what I was saying is I really love the coverage of this Colourpop concealer. I prefer this concealer from them over the Pretty Fresh concealer. Coverage wise anyway, I'm not sure how this is gonna wear, of course, but coverage wise, this is right up my street. Really full coverage, brightens nicely, and also has a nice matte finish. Really love those two together. I'm loving the way my base is looking. If you're into that kind of glowy semi-matte type of look, I do like leaving my face like this some days, but not when I'm like looking for long wearing makeup, because I definitely need to set it. But I love this type of soft matte skin like look. So I'm going to quickly set my face, and I got sent this package from By Terry, and it has a hyaluronic hydra powder. When it comes to powders, I do like to be matte, so we'll see how this goes. Even though it's called hydra powder, I'm just hoping this will just set my face in place without any extra glow added, if you know what I mean. Oh, the powder is smoking. Can you guys see that? That means it's very finely milled. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this powder, press any excess into my hand, and then set. Yeah, this is very finely milled, very dusty a little bit. Definitely setting matte. Oh, a little bit of coverage came off here. This reminds me of, like, you know, remember the Makeup Forever HD type of powder? I feel like this potentially could have flashback, but also there's no real color to this powder. I know it's translucent, but there's no real color, so it's kind of not brightening underneath my eyes like I'm used to with certain powders. It's just like a setting powder. So I think what I mean by that is it's not necessarily a powder that I would use underneath my eyes again. It's more a powder I would use to set all over my face, because it doesn't change the color of anything, but it doesn't brighten underneath my eyes, if you know what I mean. My scarring of my skin is coming through. I feel like I had more coverage before I powdered. Like, how is that possible? It's not terrible. I do like the powder, but I definitely think it's a powder that I would set my face with rather than underneath my eyes. Underneath my eyes, I want to use something else. Also, this Colourpop concealer is creasing quite a bit under here. So what I'm gonna do to try and save my under eyes is get a powder that I've been loving lately. It is also a new powder. It's by a brand called Jordana Tisha Cosmetics, and it's in the shade Peaches. So they have the loose setting powder, but on top they also have a pressed setting powder, so you can kind of use both or use either or, whichever one you want to use. I'm going to take the pressed one today, and I'm going to press that underneath my eyes, and hopefully that will give me a little bit of brightness under here. Just a little bit of pop. And what I love about this pressed powder, even though it's pressed powder, when you swirl your brush in there, it does pick up quite a bit of powder. I hate pressed powders where you have to like swirl in there and it feels like you've got nothing on your brush. Okay, my under eyes are looking hella dry now because I've got hella powder under there, but hey, it will all be fine, hopefully, once I set in spray. Once I use setting spray, I can't get the words out. There is excess powder underneath my eyes, don't worry about it. I will dust it away shortly. I'm gonna go in with the contour powder now, this one down here. I did swatch them for you guys, but I just remembered that didn't show up, or it didn't pick up on the camera, so let me do that again. So here is the cream and here is the bronzer. So the bronzer is much lighter than the cream, and just intensify that chisel. I feel like they go together really well. Obviously it's the same thing. Yeah, I do really like those two together. It is adding that perfect kind of contour, but also a little bit of bronze because of the powder. And run that down the sides of my nose. So now I'm going to dust away underneath my eyes and then use some setting spray to hopefully bring some life back into this face. Yeah, I'm not loving what's going on underneath my eyes, to be honest with you. I would be curious to try the concealer with a different powder. So I'm going to take my Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray, which usually gives me like a dewy finish. So hopefully it can save these under eyes. Okay, so the setting spray has helped ever so slightly make me look not as dry, but underneath my eyes it's really creasy and it doesn't look like it kept its coverage after I powdered. So I have this green liner from NYX. I'm going to put it in my waterline and also the lower lash line. This is not really the green that I was going for, but it's on there now. We're just going to go with it. I'm going to take the lime green from the palette and just top up that inner corner. And I think I'm also going to run that underneath the first half of the eye, so right here. And then for the outer edge, taking the dark green, of course, buffing that out. Okay, I think that is everything before we move on to lips. So let me go ahead and throw lashes on and I'll come back to you so we can jump into the lip vaults. So lashes are on, let's go ahead and move on to lips. I'm going to do the nude lip colours first before we move on to the crazy type of colours. So let's go ahead and start these lip swatches. The first shade I'm going to do is Sienna. Ooh, this is my first time trying the formula as well. Really nice. Almost like velvety liquid lipstick. They're not super liquidy. They remind me of NYX matte lip creams, if you know that type of formula. So that is Sienna. Ooh, this is like an orange. Orangey brown. This one's called Terra. Definitely like a pumpkin spiced orange brown. Really nice. Terracotta type of orangey brown. So this is Terra. I do like that so far none of them have looked crazy without a lip liner. This one is Dune. This one's more pinky toned, mauvey. Beautiful colour. So this is Dune. And then last but not least in this set is Adobe. They all work on me without a brown lip liner. I do love an ombre lip, so knowing me, I probably would define my lips with a lip liner, but I like the fact that I don't have to for them to not look crazy. They just have the right undertones and the right like depth of colour to work without a lip liner. Beautiful colour. So those are the 4 nudes in this set. Now we're going to move on to the other set. So I'm going to start with my least favourite colour to wear on myself, which is bright pink, and this is the shade Cactus Flower. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of, remember Rihanna had that collaboration with MAC, and she had that bright pink shade that everyone went crazy for. Who was part of the beauty community back then? I know you guys always ask me to try different lip colours, be a bit more experimental. Here you go, girl. It's not my thing. I really don't feel comfortable wearing lip colours like this, and that's absolutely fine. I mean, some people don't feel comfortable wearing eyeshadow like this, but I do. Do you know what I mean? So it's just to each their own, okay? This is beautiful. It is a gorgeous, bright but deep pink, hot but deep enough to not look crazy. It does look really nice on my skin tone. I feel like maybe if I was just doing nothing on the eyes, just big lashes, and this is definitely a statement lip, and I don't hate it. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite lip color to wear. So the red is called Dahlia. Oh, that is delicious. Yeah, I'm here for this. I love the wand as well. I like the pointiness of it. It's that triangle that holds more product in the center. The shape of it is perfect to line your lips with as well. If I wasn't talking, it might be applied better. This is the first time, one of the first times I feel comfortable wearing a red without a lip liner. It doesn't look super bright and like, you know, it is really nice and deep, but still has that vibrancy. So it's not a burgundy, it's still a red, but these tones are stunning. So far, there's not a color that I hate. This is crazy. So we're gonna do the blue first and then we'll finish on the dark brown. So the blue is called Agave. Oh God, it's a teal blue. Wow. Me personally, I don't have a lip color like this. This is cute. Really like it. I feel like I could wear it with this look if I changed my top, because the top doesn't really, like, all these colors are clashing. But so last but not least, the brown is called Mahogany. around my mouth is still looking a little bit blue because of that lip colour, but let's take this Laura Mercier concealer. Try and brighten around the lip. Okay, so this is the last one in the lip set, Mahogany, gorgeous dark brown. This formula, I'm gonna stop going on about it, but it is beautiful. Kaleidos have absolutely, hold on, let me grab it. Kaleidos have absolutely killed it with this lip formula. So comfortable, so velvety, pigmented, easy to apply. The wand is perfect. Honestly, nothing to complain about with these lippies. Gorgeous nudes. All of the shades worked without a lip liner on my skin tone, which is amazing. As for the eyeshadow palette, beautiful shade selection, perfect for spring. Really love the look that I got today. Pigmented eyeshadows, blendable. The shimmers are stunning. The mattes are really nice. Overall, I definitely would... Oh, it just blew my window open. Guys, how funny is this? The wind blew my window open, so I went to go close the window and the actual handle snapped off. So now my window is just open with no handle. What's going on today? Honestly, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Sorry if you can hear any wind, my window is literally open. But anyways, Kaleidos has absolutely killed it with this collection. Definitely highly recommend everything that I tried. I didn't try the lip mask, so I'm not sure if that's good or not, but the palette, the lip products, absolutely beautiful. The Colourpop concealer, definitely will try that again with a different powder. And the By Terry powder, I can already tell from the texture, it's a powder that I would dust all over my face, but not necessarily the type of powder that I like to put underneath my eyes to brighten and lift and set and all of that stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because there will be more videos coming very, very soon. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.